The year was 2048, and humanity had made incredible technological advancements in recent decades. Cities were powered by renewable energy, cars drove themselves, and artificial intelligence assisted in practically all areas of daily life. But behind the wonders of everyday life, there was a world of secrets and highly confidential military developments. John was the chief engineer of one of these secret projects. He worked in an underground military base located in a remote region. The base was a maze of metallic corridors, gleaming laboratories, and cavernous hangars. He had dedicated his life to developing new technologies for the government, and the latest project he was involved in was the most ambitious yet, a next-generation warplane, the XF-99. Emma, a test pilot with an impeccable reputation and a longtime friend of John's, was tasked with testing the new prototype. With her blonde hair always tied in a ponytail and a determined look in her eyes, she was known for her courage and exceptional skills in the air. Emma and John had known each other since their teenage years, and their friendship had been forged at the military academy and strengthened through countless test missions. Mark was the scientist responsible for integrating captured alien technology into the project. He was the brain behind the XF-99's most recent and mysterious innovations. Tall and thin, with thin-rimmed glasses and a mind always working at 1,000 miles per hour, Mark was fascinated by anything that could not be easily explained. He often said that the unknown was merely the known that had not yet been understood. On the day of the first official test flight, the base was in a state of controlled frenzy. Technicians hurried to ensure everything was working perfectly, while high-ranking officers observed from an elevated control room. John was nervous but tried not to show it. He trusted Emma and the team, but something about this project felt different. Emma donned her flight suit and entered the cockpit of the XF-99. Final preparations were made, and with a nod from John, she started the engines. The sound was deafening, but to her, it was music. Slowly, the plane slid out of the hangar and, in a moment of pure power, took off. Everything went according to plan in the first few minutes of the flight. Emma performed standard maneuvers, testing the plane's response and stability. Then something unexpected happened. When she activated one of the new navigation systems, the XF-99's control panel lit up with an intense blue light, and unknown symbols began to appear. John, something is happening here. The controls, they're different. It seems like there are functionalities that weren't mentioned in the briefings, said Emma over the radio, her voice filled with confusion. John frowned in the control room. Emma, describe exactly what you're seeing. It's hard to explain. There are symbols, something like an unknown language. And the plane is responding in a strange way. It's almost as if it's alive. Mark, standing next to John, widened his eyes and approached the radio. Emma, activate the alpha sequence on the control panel. I want to see something. Emma complied, and the blue light grew even more intense. Suddenly, the plane began performing maneuvers that would be impossible with known technology. It moved with agility and precision that defied conventional physics. We didn't program this, murmured John, his eyes fixed on the monitors. John, I think we're dealing with something far beyond what we imagined, said Mark, his voice a mix of excitement and concern. The test continued for a few more minutes before Emma was instructed to return to the base. When she landed, the hangar was in tense silence. All eyes were on her as she climbed out of the cockpit. John, Mark, we need to talk. There's something about this plane that we don't understand, she said, with a serious expression. Back in the laboratory, the team gathered around a table full of diagrams and reports. Emma, still in her flight suit, looked intently at John and Mark, waiting for answers. Mark, what exactly was integrated into this plane? Is there something you didn't tell us? Asked John, trying to stay calm. Mark sighed and adjusted his glasses. John, the truth is that some of the technologies we used came from a source that wasn't fully explained. They were obtained from captured alien wreckage years ago. I thought I could integrate some of these pieces to see if we could gain some tactical advantage, but I didn't expect such an intense reaction. John shook his head, incredulous. You integrated alien technology without knowing exactly what it would do? Mark raised his hands in defense. We didn't have time for a full analysis. The pressures to advance the project were immense. I thought I could control it. Emma interrupted the discussion. You don't understand. When I was in the air, I had a vision. I saw alien beings. They were in danger and asking for help. This is not just advanced technology, it's something deeper. The room fell silent. John and Mark exchanged worried looks. Emma, are you sure of what you saw? Asked John, trying to process the information. Absolutely. It wasn't just an impression. It was a clear communication. They were desperate. Mark began pacing back and forth. If this is true, we might be dealing with an alien artificial intelligence trying to communicate through the plane. Maybe it was programmed to seek help. John ran his hand through his hair, thoughtful. We need to find out more. If this technology is trying to tell us something, we need to understand what it is. And fast. In the following days, the team dove into an intensive analysis of the XF-99. Mark worked tirelessly to decipher the symbols that appeared on the control panel, while John and Emma reviewed every detail of the plane's systems. Finally, after many hours of work, Mark managed to identify a pattern in the symbols. It's a language. We've deciphered some words. They're asking for help. Something about an imminent attack. Emma felt a chill run down her spine. We need to do more than just understand this. We need to act. John agreed. But how? If we tell the military, they might want to use this technology for other purposes. We can't let that happen. Mark looked at his colleagues, determination growing in his eyes. We have to do this on our own. We need to find these aliens and help them. We can't let this technology be misused. Emma nodded. I'm in. But we need to be careful. If anyone discovers what we're doing, we could be accused of treason. John took a deep breath. Then we start now. We'll conduct more tests, discreetly. We need to find out where these aliens are and exactly what danger they're facing. In the following weeks, the team conducted secret tests at night, away from the prying eyes of high-ranking officers. Each flight revealed more information about the location and nature of the danger the aliens were facing. They were in a nearby star system, under attack by an unknown enemy force. Finally, they were ready to act. We have enough to locate and help these aliens, said Mark, looking at the data on the monitor. We'll need more than just courage for this, said Emma. We'll need a plan. John agreed. And a bit of luck. But we're doing the right thing. We can't turn our backs on them. With the plan in mind, the team prepared for the most dangerous mission of their lives. They were determined to use the XF-99 to save an alien race in danger, and nothing would stop them. The tension was high when, on a dark night, the XF-99 took off in secret, with Emma at the helm and John and Mark monitoring every move. The mission had begun, and the fate of two worlds was in their hands. As the XF-99 crossed space towards the unknown star system, John watched Emma in the cockpit, the concentration on her face illuminated by the control panels. He remembered when they first met at the military academy over 20 years ago. They were young and ambitious, both determined to make a difference in the world. John was sitting in the academy cafeteria, his eyes glued to an engineering manual. He had always been the studious type, preferring books to social interactions. Then, a shadow fell over the page, and he looked up to see a young woman with a confident smile. Hi, I'm Emma. Can I sit here? She asked, not waiting for an answer as she pulled up a chair. John nodded, a bit surprised. Sure, go ahead. You seem so absorbed in those manuals. What are you studying? She asked, leaning over to look at the page. Aerospace engineering. I want to work on developing aviation technologies, said John, a bit shy. Emma smiled. That's amazing. I want to be a pilot. I love the feeling of being in the air, the freedom it brings. And so, a friendship began that would strengthen over the years. They shared dreams and ambitions, supporting each other through the challenges of the academy and beyond. The trust and loyalty they built during those years formed the foundation of the team they were today. Back in the present, John felt a weight on his heart. He knew how much Emma was risking by piloting the XF-99 on such a dangerous mission. The concern for her safety was constant in his mind. Meanwhile, in the lab at the base, Mark was absorbed in his own thoughts. He reviewed the data and alien symbols, trying to better understand the technology they had integrated into the plane. He wondered if they were doing the right thing by using these unknown technologies. The ethical implications haunted him. We're dealing with something we don't fully understand. Are we putting Emma and John in unnecessary danger? What if this alien technology has a hidden purpose we haven't discovered yet? Does our curiosity and desire for innovation justify the risks? Mark knew they needed answers, but he also feared what they might discover. He had always believed that science should be used for good, but he was increasingly uncertain about the limits of his own morality. Aboard the XF-99, the tension between the three grew. Arguments became frequent as they debated the next step. Emma, usually calm and controlled, began showing signs of frustration. "We need to decide what to do, and fast. We can't keep debating forever," said Emma, her voice filled with urgency. John tried to stay calm. "Emma, we're all trying to understand this situation. We need to be careful. Any rash decision could be fatal." Mark, for his part, insisted on further investigating the alien technology. "We need to know exactly what we're dealing with. Every detail matters. We can't risk without full knowledge." The tension was palpable, but they knew they had to work together to find a solution. The fate of the aliens, and possibly their own, depended on it. Emma felt the pressure of responsibility as a pilot. The vision of the aliens continued to haunt her. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the desperate faces asking for help. She knew her role was crucial, but the weight of that responsibility was overwhelming. One night, while the XF-99 was on autopilot, Emma had a moment of catharsis with John. "I feel like I'm carrying the weight of a world on my shoulders. What if we fail? What if we can't help these aliens?" John placed a hand on her shoulder. "We're doing everything we can, Emma. We're in this together. You're not alone." John tried to keep the team united, balancing Emma's determination with Mark's caution. He knew they needed both aspects to succeed. While Emma wanted to act quickly, Mark insisted on more research and preparation. Mark, despite his reservations, recognized the urgency of the situation. He continued to investigate the origin of the alien technology, trying to decipher more symbols and understand the hidden functionalities of the XF-99. "John, we need more time to analyze this data. There are layers of information we haven't explored yet," said Mark, showing the latest findings on a tablet. John nodded, but looked at Emma. "I understand, Mark. But we also need to consider what Emma saw. If these aliens are in danger, we don't have the luxury of time." Finally, after many debates, they reached a crucial decision. They needed to test the plane again to discover more about its secret functionalities. They decided to do this away from the base, in a remote location where they could operate without interruptions. They prepared the XF-99 for a new test flight, this time with a more detailed plan. Emma would be at the helm again, with John and Mark closely monitoring all systems. On the morning of the test, Emma was ready to take off. John and Mark were in the makeshift control room, watching every move. "We're ready, Emma." "Be careful," said John over the radio. Emma nodded, knowing they couldn't see her. "Understood. Let's find out what else this plane can do." With a deafening roar, the XF-99 took off once more. This time, they were determined to explore all the secret functionalities of the alien technology. The fate of the aliens and the answer to their own ethical dilemmas were closer than ever. As Emma tested new systems, more symbols appeared on the control panel. She activated a sequence that, unexpectedly, put the plane into stealth mode, making it invisible to radar. John, Mark, the plane is in stealth mode. It seems we can avoid detection. This could be crucial for our mission, reported Emma. Mark was excited. This confirms there are more functionalities we don't know about. We need to keep testing. As they explored more functionalities, they began to understand the alien technology better. The plane was not just a weapon, it was a tool of advanced defense and communication. Emma activated a communication system that seemed to be directed to an alien frequency. We're sending a signal. They might respond, said Emma, hopeful. Time seemed to stand still as they waited for a response. Finally, the control panel lit up with a new message. Mark rushed to decipher it. They're responding. They're sending us coordinates. It looks like we're on the right track, said Mark, with a mix of relief and excitement. John, Emma, and Mark knew they were about to embark on the most critical phase of their mission. They were closer to understanding the truth behind the alien technology and finding the race that desperately needed their help. With the new information, they were ready for the next step. The secret mission had transformed into something much bigger than they had imagined, and the determination to save an alien race in danger united them more than ever. Back at the base, the tension was high. The superiors had begun asking questions about the progress of the XF-99, and the team knew that the pressure to present results would increase each day. The military was impatient and wanted to see the plane in action, preferably in missions that showcased its combat prowess. General Harrison, a robust man with an imposing presence, summoned John to a meeting. The atmosphere in the room was tense, and the expectation was palpable. John, we need a full report on the XF-99. We want to know when we can use this new technology on the battlefield, said Harrison, impatience evident in his voice. John took a deep breath, trying to stay calm. General, we're still in the testing phase. There are functionalities we don't fully understand yet. I need more time. Harrison slammed his hand on the table, his face red with frustration. Time is a luxury we don't have, John. The government has invested billions in this project and wants to see results. We need something concrete to show. John knew that arguing further would be futile. He left the room with the feeling that they were being watched more closely than ever. Back in the lab, John found Mark and Emma waiting for him. They could see the worry on John's face. What happened? Asked Emma, uneasy. General Harrison wants results. And fast. They want to use the XF-99 in combat, but we're not ready yet, said John, exasperated. Mark frowned. We need to be honest about what we've discovered. The alien technology could change everything. If the military knows the truth, they'll want to exploit it at any cost. John shook his head. We can't reveal everything yet. We need more time to understand and, more importantly, to decide what to do. The safety of the aliens depends on it. Emma watched the two, feeling the tension grow. We need to find a balance. We can't ignore the risks, but we also can't let the military exploit this technology without fully understanding it. The disagreement between John and Mark was becoming a serious problem. John believed they needed to be cautious, while Mark wanted to be transparent and seek external help to decipher the mysteries of the alien technology. While the debates continued, Emma reviewed the data from the last flight. That's when she found something that made her heart race. Among the codes and alien symbols, there was a clear message: help needed. Coordinates provided. John, Mark, come see this, called Emma, her eyes fixed on the screen. The two approached, curious. Emma pointed to the message. This message isn't just a cry for help. It's a signal program to guide us to them. This technology was implanted on purpose to seek assistance, explained Emma. John and Mark were silent for a moment, processing the information. This changed everything. The alien technology wasn't just an advanced tool, it was a desperate cry for help. So, they chose us, said John, thoughtfully. We need to find these aliens and figure out how we can help. Mark agreed, finally seeing the importance of keeping the information secret for now. Let's continue our tests, but now we know there's a bigger purpose. We need to act with caution. With the new information, the team decided to conduct a reconnaissance flight to investigate the coordinates provided by the alien message. Emma took off on a secret mission, while John and Mark monitored everything from the ground. During the flight, the XF-99 picked up signals from a small fleet of alien ships. Approaching carefully, Emma activated the advanced communication system. The screens in the cockpit lit up with images of alien beings, their ethereal appearance and expressive eyes conveying a mix of hope and desperation. "You came. We need help. They are exterminating us," said one of the aliens, their words translated by the plane system. Emma was momentarily paralyzed. These beings were not threatening, they were a peaceful race on the brink of extinction. She knew she had to bring this information back to John and Mark. Back at the base, Emma reported everything she had seen. John and Mark were shocked by the revelation. The decision they faced was difficult. Should they help the aliens or turn over the technology to the military, who might use it for warlike purposes? "If we tell the military, they'll want to use this technology for war," said Mark, his voice filled with concern. "But if we don't tell, we'll be disobeying direct orders. We could be arrested for treason," argued John. Emma, feeling the weight of responsibility, spoke firmly. "These aliens are in danger. If we don't do something, they'll be exterminated. We need to find a way to help them without exposing everything to the military." The team was divided, but they knew they had to make a decision quickly. Time was running out, and every moment of hesitation put more alien lives at risk. After many discussions and sleepless nights, the team reached a decision. They decided to go in secret to find the aliens and offer help. They knew it was risky, but they also knew it was the right thing to do. They prepared the XF-99 for the most important mission of their lives. Emma would again be at the helm, with John and Mark providing support from the ground. They knew they were disobeying direct orders, but each one's conscience told them it was the right thing to do. The night before the mission, John called Emma and Mark for one last meeting. "We're risking everything. But we're in this together. We're going to save these aliens, and if necessary, we'll face the consequences later." Emma nodded, feeling the determination grow within her. "We're doing the right thing. They need us." Mark, despite his fears, agreed. "Let's do this. Let's show that humanity can be a force for good." With the mission set, the team prepared to depart. The XF-99 took off under the cover of night, its advanced systems ensuring they went undetected. Their fate was sealed, and the hope of an alien race depended on their success. As the plane crossed space, the team knew that every decision, every action, could mean the difference between life and death for the aliens counting on them. They were determined to see the mission through to the end, no matter the risks and challenges they would face along the way. The courage, friendship, and determination of John, Emma, and Mark would be tested like never before. But together, they were ready to face the unknown and fight for what they believed in. The true nature of humanity would be revealed, and they hoped it would be one of compassion and heroism. With the mission decided, the team prepared to depart. The XF-99 took off under the cover of night, its advanced systems ensuring they went undetected. The tension was palpable as the plane approached the alien star system. John, Emma, and Mark knew they were entering unknown and dangerous territory. As the XF-99 approached the coordinates provided by the aliens, the sensors picked up signs of hostile activity. Enemy ships were attacking the alien fleet, firing energy weapons that left luminous trails in the dark space. "Emma, we have to be careful. We're entering a war zone," warned John, watching the monitors. "Understood." "Maintaining stealth approach," replied Emma, adjusting the controls to keep the plane out of the enemy's sensor range. Finally, the XF-99 reached the rendezvous point. The alien ships, smaller and more agile, were at a disadvantage against the enemy force. Emma activated the communication system, and the cockpit screen lit up with the image of a wounded alien. "You came. We need help. They are exterminating us, said the alien, his voice filled with despair. John, feeling the urgency, responded quickly. We're here to help. Tell us what we can do. Protect our mothership. It contains our last hope, pleaded the alien, pointing to a large ship at the center of the battle. Emma directed the XF-99 towards the alien mothership, while John and Mark prepared the plane's defense and attack systems. The ensuing battle was intense. The XF-99, with its advanced technology, proved to be a formidable weapon. Emma maneuvered the plane with precision, dodging enemy attacks and launching devastating counterattacks. The alien systems integrated into the plane gave the team a critical advantage, allowing them to attack with unprecedented effectiveness. We're pushing them back, but we need to protect the mothership, said Mark, his eyes fixed on the monitors. Emma activated a defensive shield around the alien mothership, blocking the enemy attacks. John, simultaneously, used the XF-99's advanced weapon systems to destroy the enemy ships one by one. We're doing it. Keep it up, exclaimed John, adrenaline coursing through his veins. Despite their desperate attempts, the enemy ships were gradually defeated. The aliens, inspired by the human intervention, began to fight back with more vigor, joining forces with the XF-99. Finally, the last enemy ship was destroyed, and a heavy silence fell over the battlefield. The alien mothership was safe, thanks to the heroic efforts of Emma, John, and Mark. With the immediate threat neutralized, Emma landed the XF-99 on the alien mothership. They were greeted by the surviving aliens, whose faces expressed deep relief and gratitude. You saved us. We cannot thank you enough, said the alien leader, approaching the human team. John, moved, replied. We did what was right. We're happy to help. The aliens began to share information about their technology, explaining that it had been developed not for war, but for exploration and defense. The integration of this technology into the XF-99 had been a desperate cry for help, a last attempt to save their race. With the cooperation of the aliens, the team was able to use the advanced technology to promote peace. The XF-99's defense systems were enhanced to protect rather than destroy. John, Emma, and Mark worked with the aliens to develop an alliance that would benefit both races. The news of the alliance spread quickly, and humanity began to see the aliens not as threats, but as allies. The alien technology was used to improve life on Earth, bringing advancements in medicine, energy, and transportation. The military, initially reluctant, saw the benefits of the alliance and began to support the cooperative efforts. The XF-99's technology, now understood and controlled, became a symbol of peace and progress. Months later, John, Emma, and Mark gathered at a commemorative ceremony at the alien base. Looking at the starry sky, they reflected on the impact of their actions. We saved an entire race, said Emma, with a satisfied smile. That's bigger than any mission we've ever done. We turned a weapon into a tool of peace, added John, proud of the work they had done. Mark, always the thinker, concluded. The cooperation between our races is just beginning. The future is bright for all of us. As they watched the stars, the hope and promise of a better future filled them. The friendship between humans and aliens had been forged in the midst of adversity, and together, they were ready to face any challenge the universe might present. The true nature of humanity had been revealed, showing that when faced with the choice between destruction and salvation, the spirit of compassion and heroism prevails. John, Emma, and Mark knew that their lives would never be the same, but they were ready for the next chapter of their intergalactic journey, together as always.